War of Gods. Many years ago, a boy named Odegar was born in a place called Okra. His father was one of the best warriors and had a very good reputation. He used to fight alone, and whenever he did, he never lost. The history tells that he had already defeated more than 1,200 enemies. His mother was a famous panther, who sold her works to the wealthiest men in Okra. The child never liked anything, and his parents were always very keen to him. His father taught him combat techniques all the time, in case he needed to fight someday. In addition to being the son of Zeus, he had to fight from a very young age because his father attempted to kill all his children until this day. No one knows why he wanted to do it, but many say it was out of fear that the world become stronger than him. See how she, as she was already party mastered his fighting style, and that child was metal. That's why as soon as he saw him, he decided to eliminate him all and prevent him from raising his full potential. He killed many of the children by poisoning them, but he didn't count on Metal discovering his evil plan. At the tender age of 8, Metal decided to separate from his father and make his way to Okra, where he encountered a fighting master named Will, who adopted him and trained him to become ever stronger. At first, it wasn't easy for Medel, but over time, he became stronger and more resilient. Every seemed to be going well since he met Will, as he treated him like a son, giving him love and teaching him how to fight. But everything changed on that when Zeus realized 10 years later, that Medal was still alive. He quickly sent his troop to kill him. At 18 years old, Medal knew that this was the moment to showcase his skills, and he did use that to humiliate Zeus for the second time by single-handedly defeating all of his troops. It was an incredible fight. None of those men could stop him, and Zeus see what he had become. He was no longer a shield who knew some of his techniques, but a man who had perfect edge for his strikes. Zeus acted in the most cowardly way possible out of fear of being defeated, and he killed Will, his father. As an act of revenge, it was a piece of his own being taken away, as they had taken away the only man who believed in his abilities and loved him as much as his own son. Filled with indignation and a thirst for revenge, Medal told Zeus that he would search for him and find him, and when finally did, he would make him feel the pain he had caused. Zeus laughed, but deep inside, he trembled with fear. Amid fear and anger, Zeus said, "Don't search for me because you won't find me. I will search for you, and I will do the same to you." And he left. Medal, head broken and feeling immense sadness for what had happened, decided to seek out Will's daughter, Adeline, with whom he had lost contact because Will's wife had taken her away. Adeline lived in a village a few hours away from Okra. When Medal arrived at Adeline's place, he saw a huge house surrounded by many trees. When he knocked on the door, a beautiful young woman of about 19 years old came out, and he instantly fell in love just by seeing her. She was a young woman with blonde hair and slender body, and big blue eyes. It seemed that this beautiful woman was Adeline, who was accompanied by an ugly woman with a serious and airy gaze, acting as her mother. When Mother broke the news of Will's death, Adeline burst into tears. Her eyes filled with tears for a father his mother had not allowed her to know. As for the mother's reaction, It was peculiar because it was the complete opposite of the daughter. She didn't seem to care about what Mel told them and didn't show any history of animal sadness or a pain upon her tenures. It was as if the she even know him. After a long while, Adeline was able to calm down and reflect on what was happening. Instantly, she could recognize the kind of wife her mother was. She realized that her mother was a cool person, so much so that it seemed like she had no feelings or emotion. It was at that moment that he couldn't take in it anymore and decided to leave her mother's side, but had never allowed her to be free her entire life. She didn't go alone, as she decided to leave where the man would have opened her eyes wide with the sad news of his father's death. To carry out their plan, they had to wait until their mother fell asleep. The problem was that they lived a bit far from the village, and she had nowhere to go. But that didn't matter. The important thing was to separate from her mother. When her mother fell asleep, she carefully left the house with Medal as she stepped outside. She felt like a new person, free from her mother. She had finally achieved her dream of being free and being with the man who would later become her husband. Obviously, Mel provided a home for Adeline, and that's now the new story began, which will result in their son Odegar in Okra. Now, we can understand why Medal went to train his son so much. They were expecting Zeus, and he didn't want his son to be defenseless, and Zeus didn't keep them waiting. It's true that Zeus had always been watching them, know all their tricks, techniques, flaws, and their whereabouts. Now that Medal had a wife and son, it was even better for Zeus. However, he did know about Odegaard full potential. I was 16 years old. He fought even better than his father and would some be the cause of Zeus' demise. On a dark, rainy, and cold day, where not a soul could be seen on the street of Okra, a blue flash appeared along with a large amount of black smoke. From that smoke emerged a tall, strong figure. He looked old, to some gray hair, but young due to his muscular body. Every step he took made the ground tremble. Thus, we see him still have traumas from how terrifying he looked because that person was none other than Zeus, the most powerful god, the god whom everyone feared. And he didn't come alone. He arrived with many more allies carrying shields and weapons. It seemed like a science fiction movie due to the sheer number of astonishing everywhere, terrifying all the inhabitants of Okra. Upon hearing this, Mendel and Odegaard knew it was time to fight for their stone, to fight for everything they had built in that small village. They hid there, and upon arrival, they saw destruction all around. It looked as if thousands of rockets had fallen upon the place. It was something completely unexpected. In the distance, they saw another blue flash, and finally, they were able to see Zeus and all his men. Odegaard went straight for Zeus. He felt so much anger for what Zeus had done to his father that he didn't even think twice before attacking. It was a big mistake because Zeus ordered all his men to go after Odegaard. He managed to buy some time with that, but Medal was still there, terrified by the number of men Zeus' appearance. So Medal decided it was best to go for his wife and take her to a safer place while leading her to a distant village. Zeus pursued the two of them when Medea realized it was already too late. Zeus had taken her from his grasp. Medea tried to attack Zeus with all his might, but he was too fast and took her away without Medea being able to trace her whereabouts. Meanwhile, Odegaard continued fighting against all of Zeus' men. He was being defeated because there were too many of them. Upon saying this, the people gathered their courage and fought with all their might to defeat Zeus' men. Despite the fear they felt, they managed to overcome them. When Odegaard arrived at the location, he saw a lot of blood and many dead people. But despite the shields as weapons of Zeus' men, the people managed to prevail. After Odegaard and Medel thanked them, they decided to go in search of Adeline. Now, knowing where they could find her. Medel quickly remembered a small place where Zeus used to hide when Mabel was young, and desperately they decided to go there. When they found the place, she see it was a very old factory, completely dark. It seemed haunted, and only cries for help could be heard fierce gallant. It seemed like nothing had happened to her. But suddenly Zeus appeared, grabbed her by the neck, and tearing everyone. He said that if Medel didn't surrender, he would kill her. Adeline, terrified and panic-stricken, told Medel not surrender, but he didn't care about her life if it acted very cowardly and broke the deal. He killed Adeline in front of everyone, and took Medel away. Help, please, with witnessing all of this. Odegaard pursued Zeus with great speed and knocked him down with a single blow. Zeus, severely injured, summoned his last bit of strength to destroy the entire town of Okra, something that Odegaard will not allow. In that moment, after so much anger and sadness, Odegaard wanted a protect and shield Okra from lightning bolts thrown by Zeus. It was incredible, something never seen before. The best part was that he didn't even know he was capable of such a thing. After this, Zeus was left with no hope of survival. He never expected a shield to defeat him and accepted his fate. Finally, Odegaard took care of him, but not all because thanks to that fight. Odegaard discovered his healing and protective powers. He was able to restore his town and rebuild his mother, and everyone was left very happy. Thank you.